Ever been so fed up with your boss that you started a business just to outdo him? The year was 2008. I had been running my landscaping company for 9 years. It wasn't a massive operation, but it was solid. I had a house, paid off my student loans, and supported my family comfortably. My team was small, just 4 people, and we worked hard through what I called the work season from March to November. Once winter came around, we usually shut down until spring. That year, I had built a great relationship with a home builder named Evan. He liked the way we maintained his personal property and asked if we could take on landscaping installations for the homes he built. These weren't simple suburban houses. His smallest projects were 3,500 square foot homes on large lots, and his average builds were closer to 8,000 or even 10,000 square feet with detailed high-end landscapes. It was new territory for us since we mainly did maintenance, but I saw potential. We completed 4 major projects for him before winter arrived. Around December, when our maintenance work slowed down, Evan approached me again. He and his son, Ryan, were starting a new company specializing in spray foam insulation. They had invested nearly $100,000 in equipment and wanted to keep my crew employed over the winter. We signed a 3-month agreement at a fixed rate for 5 workers. The first few jobs were impressive: luxury homes, government buildings, and even apartment complexes. I mostly worked under Ryan, who was younger and a bit arrogant, but things ran smoothly enough. After the first month, though, no one had been paid. I was used to delays in contracting, so I gave them the benefit of the doubt, but my crew wasn't as patient. To keep them calm, I paid them out of my own pocket while waiting for payment from Ryan's company. He assured me money was coming as soon as invoices cleared. February came and went, still nothing. I had also finished another landscaping project for Evan worth over $10,000, and that payment was missing too. When I started asking questions, they both began dodging calls. Ryan ignored texts entirely. Evan, the father, would pick up occasionally, only to give vague excuses. By April, communication had completely stopped. I filed a contractor's lien on the last landscaping job to ensure I'd get paid when the property sold. A few days later, Evan called and invited me to lunch at his house. I thought maybe he wanted to make things right. Instead, he gave me a speech about how sometimes people just don't get paid in this business and how I should learn to live with it. I walked out angry, but more determined than ever. 2 weeks later, in May 2009, I opened my own spray foam insulation company. Same equipment, same suppliers, same service area. I'd lost money, but I wasn't going to let it end there. 2 days after starting the new company, Evan called me about a landscaping question, pretending everything was normal. I told him, I don't landscape anymore. I do spray foam insulation now. He hung up immediately. 5 minutes later, Ryan called, furious. He said he'd ruin my chances and that no little landscaper could ever succeed in his world. I just laughed. Our first job came from our shared material supplier. Ironically, it was to fix one of Ryan's earlier insulation jobs, the same luxury home we had worked on months before. The work had been done poorly, and the homeowner wanted it redone completely. We tore out all the insulation and redid the entire job properly. It was worth around $65,000, and the homeowner ended up taking legal action against Ryan's company for the original bad work. Not long after that, we secured the same government contract at Fort Lewis that Ryan had originally held. His communication issues and reputation had caught up to him. Word spread fast in the insulation community that our company was reliable, and his wasn't. By mid-2009, when the housing market crashed, Evan was sitting on 4 massive unsold houses. He went bankrupt within months. Ryan tried to keep things afloat, but that didn't last long either. In October, I got a call from a repossession agent asking if I knew where Ryan's insulation equipment was. My father-in-law, a retired investigator, found it hidden behind a barn on an island property. I passed the info along, and within hours, the equipment was reclaimed. My company kept growing. I ran it for 3 years before selling it to a larger firm for a good profit. I still operate my original landscaping business to this day. Looking back, all it took was one unpaid debt and a bit of determination to turn everything around and to make sure my old boss learned exactly who he underestimated.